and welcome to Nationwide on the network service of the NTA. We thank you for joining us. I am Lydia Odije Ochi. Our next set of reports are on the inauguration of President Muhammadu Buhari and his vice. President Muhammadu Buhari has taken oath of office for another 4-year tenure. The oath of office was administered by the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Tanko Muhammad.
I,
Muhammadu Buhari, do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that as President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability, faithfully, and in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
and in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
and the law, and always, in the interest of the sovereignty, integrity, solidarity, well-being, and prosperity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That I
Similarly, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo also took oath of office, signifying the beginning of a new dispensation. Let's now take a report from correspondent Olayinka Ojo, who went to some diverted routes leading to the Eagle Square, venue of the presidential inauguration, for an assessment of compliance by motorists, commuters, and security operatives.
This is the city gates, the entrance into the Federal Capital Territory. Motorists trying to come into the city center are not allowed to use this route, but those trying to leave the city center or go out of the city center are allowed. But one good thing is that alternative routes have been provided. There was an appreciable level of compliance as motorists used the alternative routes. Although the road that usually play host to several vehicles were a shadow of themselves. Even with federal government's directives advising motorists to use alternative routes, some were still seen trying to be clever by half. But the security operatives who were on hand ensured compliance. Vehicles were not allowed into the venue of the presidential inauguration except those designated. The skaters had a field day. At the Ministry of Finance junction, it was a different ball game, as we saw a lot of people who could not gain access into the venue standing apparently for coming late and regretted being there to wave at the president on his second-term inauguration. Olayinka Ojo, NTA News.
Today is exactly 13 weeks and 4 days since Nigerians voted President Muhammadu Buhari for a second term on February 23, 2019. Of course, there will be lots of expectations from Nigerians in this new tenure. Ruth Agwele gives us an insight on what Nigerians expect from the federal government.
The 15th president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the 4th president in the 4th Republic, Nigerians have experienced 4 years of the Buhari administration, and today history is about to go down as it is the beginning of the next level for Nigerians. We'll definitely be finding out reactions from Nigerians. What are the expectations in the next 4 years? It's the next level for the Nigerian people. What are you expecting this next 4 years?
And as a matter of fact, the president already has his job cut out for him. So we expect an economy that it definitely will continue to improve.
We expect a better Nigeria where we live together in peace, in love, in unity, to foster the developmental stride of Mr. President.
We have seen so much achievement in this country that we haven't seen in the past. The President and his administration has done so much for the country. We want to thank him.
We have hope in this administration of President Muhammadu Buhari and his amiable wife, and we know that with the help of Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, everything will be put in place.
We're more united because right now there's a lot of disunity in the country occasioned by insecurity. I believe that Mr. President will this time around take a holistic approach and review of that.
And the women, they should get jobs too, because if you should involve the women even in the politics or in offices, it will be very good, because we are expecting more from him to help us with the women.
And I expect that this new tenure that is coming in, I expect it to be wonderful, and the people of Nigeria would benefit from the integrity and the hard work of the president.
A healthy nation for me will be the next level, and I believe that with all the support that Nigerians can give to this government, we should be able to achieve that.
What can I say? So much expectations from Nigerians in the next 4 years. Of course, they're expecting the next level. In Abuja, Ruth Aguele, NTA News.
Many thanks, Ruth. And as President Muhammadu Buhari begins a fresh 4 years mandate, the expectations of Nigerians remain high. Already, many are making suggestions on what they expect the new administration to focus on. Guests on NTA's Good Morning Nigeria discuss these expectations. Alika Okpanachi-Arua reports.
For years, the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari has worked hard on delivering his promises to Nigerians in areas such as the fight against corruption, agriculture, economic development, and security.
First challenge which we believe the president would pay attention to will be the general complaint that the pace of his administration has been slow. Not just in terms of the takeoff, but generally in terms of decision making. It's very important in our democratic system where the term of office is 4 years.
I think that we are getting to the point where the courts, the judiciary, the executive will be on the same page in order that matters of law enforcement, trial of cases, anti-corruption and all of that will proceed more speedily.
They believe that government can consolidate on areas where successes have been recorded by hitting the ground running.
If we're going to build democracy, we must respect the rule of law as a cornerstone. If we did that, most things will fall in place. But specifically between the executive and the legislative arm of government, what I should be looking for is legitimate cooperation, not collusion.
The president needs to look into the decentralization of Nigerian police force. We expect that community policing will come into it so that the state government is best to tackle insurgency because it's a local thing. The present military police structure is ill-equipped to tackle this matter.
They suggest more efficiency in policy decisions, evaluation, monitoring, and implementation. In Abuja, Alika Okpanachi-Arua, NTA News.
More on the inauguration. Although it was purely an inauguration ceremony without speech-making by either the president or vice president, the Nigerian Television Authority sought the feelings of some personalities at the event. Salihu Abdullahi reports that many assured prosperous next level through public-private engagements.
It was a roll call of dignitaries from within and around the world who converged on the popular Eagle Square in Abuja to witness the inauguration of President Muhammadu Buhari for a second time. Some of them described the event as historic in Nigeria's democratic journey, as it provides another opportunity to consolidate on the gains recorded in the last 4 years.
I think I'm able to assure Nigerians on behalf of the president, based on our conversation, he is very determined to leave specific landmark legacies.
Issue of job creation, employment generation, I believe is going to be a priority as far as this government is concerned.
Important is to identify our mistakes. And when we identify our mistakes, we will improve on the mistake, and gradually we'll get very mature in a democracy.
Activities in terms of transportation, you can see the railway. By the next 4 years, we believe that railway will be all over the Federation.
Today we are doing a swearing-in ceremony where Nigeria is totally together. There is no single bandit that is hoisting any other flag in any part of this country.
We did achieve a lot in the first term, and we're looking at actually consolidating on all those achievements this time around.
They also sum up their expectations and plans to help government fast-track development for the citizenry this way.
We will play our own part as a business community. Definitely it is a good partnership between us and the government, and definitely will take Nigeria to the next level. They try their best, but normally first time you don't really show your full strength. Second time, I'm sure it will be much better than the last time.
And a lot of tension has now been released, that Baba has been sworn in, and we pray that he will take more women on board.
He said he's going to allow everybody to do their job, and we are seeing that everybody is doing their job.
And this last 4 years, I'm sure he would have learned a lot of lessons and avoid any pitfalls that will now cause hitch to this present administration.
As President Buhari again takes oath of office as the 16th President of Nigeria, expectations are high that his policies will be well executed to sustain development across key sectors of the economy. In Abuja, Salihu Abdullahi, NTA News.
The inauguration of President Muhammadu Buhari for second term in office is a further consolidation of the administration's fight against insecurity. These were the views of a cross-section of Nigerians at the Eagle Square, venue of the presidential inauguration. Timothy Yusuf was there.
The Eagle Square was again alive to the presence of heavy security personnel. The air was also not free of surveillance to ensure security of the venue. Ibrahim Yakubu Abo is from one of the frequently troubled zone of Kogi State. He is confident that the second term of President Buhari will bring lasting peace to the area.
In the next 4 years, the issue of insecurity will not be found in Nigeria anymore.
We've been able to phase out Boko Haram to a very large extent, and every other challenges I'm sure we'll be able to tackle. So Nigerians should expect proper security for the next 4 years.
Nigerians should expect that there will be an improvement.
It is also the hope of many that the northeast and other parts of the country will witness lasting peace within the next 4 years.
Mr. President, I'm very sure is going to put more effort towards enhancing security in all parts of Nigeria.
Very soon, you will see it intact, and every Nigeria will be in peace and harmony.
Baba have done so well. We that are from the northeast region of Nigeria, we know what we are talking about.
Before he came in, it was all chaos. It was all bad and all that. He has stepped up the game and has ensured that everywhere in Nigeria is secured.
Yakubu Ibrahim Abo and many others believe that the next level agenda of the Buhari administration will bring relief to Nigerians who have been looking forward to a peaceful and harmonious coexistence, irrespective of tribe and religion. In Abuja, Timothy Yusuf, NT News.
Inauguration of Sanwo-Olu and other stories from our Lagos Network Center. And Ruth is our guide. Over to you.
Thank you, Lydia, and welcome to the Center of Excellence. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has assured Lagosians that his administration will advance the social and economic progress of the state and its people, regardless of their faith, social class, or origin of birth. The governor stated this at the inauguration of his administration at the Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos. Tunde Saiki reports.
I will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, laws of Lagos State in particular, and any other applicable laws or statutes.
That I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me.
the governor and his deputy before the Lagos State Chief Judge, Justice Okoyemi Oke, taking the oath of office and oath of allegiance to the Constitution of Nigeria.
His Excellency,
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, in his inaugural speech, appreciated the previous administration's developmental stride and promised to consolidate on their achievements.
Let us vow to ourselves and to prosperity that we shall not just dream of a greater Lagos. Let us agree this day that we shall collectively rise up to build the Lagos of our dream.
The head of service of the state, Hakeem Muri Okunla, earlier assured of a collective cooperation of all Lagosians towards taking Lagos to the next level.
This day shall remain momentous in the record books because generations of Lagosians will mark today as a watershed in the continued march of Lagos State towards its glorious destiny of socio-economic development as one of the greatest cities in the world.
The swearing-in ceremony, despite the heavy downpour, attracted several dignitaries from within and outside the state. In Lagos, Tunde Saiki, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Lagos State residents are in high spirits and full of expectations from the new governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Annie Daniels reports on the mood of the people.
Lagos roads on public holidays are almost free of traffic. But the case was different today, especially routes leading to the Tafawa Balewa Square, venue of the new governor's inauguration ceremony.
A brand new government, a new life, a new spirit is in town. So we are very, very happy to welcome this government in place.
We are happy. That's what our leaders wanted. They wanted a new governor that will carry us along.
This long stretch of traffic speaks volume. People, irrespective of age and status, all beautifully dressed, were not perturbed, walking long distances to the venue of the inauguration ceremony.
I believe our new governor is capable and we need to honor him for today's inauguration.
When we leave here, everybody was going to feel of the local government and go and do another celebration.
Lagos residents are optimistic that the new government will take the state to an enviable height.
But the first thing I want him to look at is the waste management of Lagos State. We've suffered a lot due to the mismanagement of that area in Lagos State.
I want to make Sanwo-Olu do better for our women and market women.
APC, right from time, where Fashola stop, Ambody continue. I believe that Sanwo-Olu will continue better.
Some pupils also bet their minds on their expectations.
I want the governor to do free education for students.
In Lagos, Annie Daniels, NTA News.
Activities marking the 63rd anniversary of Nigerian Navy, which started on Monday, continued this Wednesday, with ships under its fleet playing host to visitors across the country. Dr. Ogunyemi reports that the visitors were taking round operational areas in the ship.
Since Monday, the 27th May, ships under the Western Naval Command and other commands around the country have been opened to all category of visitors.
How are you? At the Naval Dockyard, Victoria Island, these ships, the NNS Centenary and NNS Unity, are part of ships that have been opened to the public for the past 3 days. It is for them to get a sense of how naval personnel actually operate on these ships while at sea. And all of this is being done as part of the 63rd anniversary of the Nigerian Navy.
Abayomi and his family are the first visitors to the Naval Dockyard today. He speaks on his experience.
Assuming I'm young, I would have loved to join the Navy, but I think by the virtue of Navy regulation, it's late now. We have been they show us all the compartments, all the areas, their department, how they work, how they navigate, and some other their daily activities.
Although we were prevented from going on board the guided tour with our camera, our lens caught several other visitors trooping in. The visit to ships ends today. In Lagos, Dotun Oguyemi, NTA News.
That's our contribution from Lagos. Back to Lydia in Abuja for more on Nationwide.
Many thanks, Ruth. Before taking oath of office, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo yesterday submitted his assets declaration forms to the Code of Conduct Bureau in compliance with the requirements of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999. A statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity in the Office of the Vice President, Laolu Akonde, says the Vice President submitted his forms immediately after President Buhari did. It further disclosed that the forms submitted by the Vice President showed no significant changes in his assets compared to the ones submitted in 2015. In other words, there are no new real properties, shareholding, or bank accounts. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, has inaugurated the governing board under the Federal Ministry of Justice. Omenka Amarachuku has more.
Abubakar Malami.
These are members of the governing board of parastatals and agencies under the Federal Ministry of Justice. Their responsibility is to promote the growth of agencies under the Federal Ministry of Justice for national development.
It is also pertinent to note that your nomination and subsequent appointment by the President was in strict compliance with the enabling laws of your respective agencies, and it took wider consultations before each and every one of you was rightly chosen for the respective national assignment.
The board inaugurated is made up of 8 parastatals under Federal Ministry of Justice in Abuja. Omenka Marachuku, NTA News.
The trial of Dino Melaye at the Federal Capital Territory High Court in Apo area of Abuja has been adjourned to September 11, 2019. The presiding judge, Justice Sylvester Oru, gave the order this Tuesday during the resumed trial of the 6-count charge preferred against Dino Melaye by the Nigeria Police Force. Dele Atumbi has details.
Dino Melaye is on a 6-count charge of alleged attempted murder, attempt to escape from police custody, as well as willful damage of police bus conveying the defendant from Abuja to Lokoja for trial on 24th April 2018. Prosecution counsel Jovio Gojafo called the third prosecution witness Alau Muhammad, a sergeant with the police, who told the court what allegedly transpired on 24th April 2018 between the police and the defendant. The prosecution counsel told the court that on their way to Lokoja along Area 1 Junction, a Hilux van intercepted their bus. At this point, he said Dino Melaye allegedly smashed the window screen of the bus and forcefully jumped out of it. The prosecution witness also alleged that the occupants of the Hilux bolted with Dino Melaye, who had threatened to kill himself and implicate the police. During cross-examination, prosecution counsel asked the witness if he could identify the bus and the Hilux, which the witness replied in the affirmative. At this point, the court rose to inspect the evidence within the court premises. Back in court, defense counsel Benson Igbano attempted to tender the alleged certified true copy of the statement made by the prosecution witness. Prosecution counsel, however, objected to its admissibility while relying on Section 104 of the Evidence Act for lack of payment of prescribed fee. The court ruled in favor of the submission of the prosecution and directed the defense counsel to pay the fee before the adjourned date.
It was needful to test the truth, the veracity, and the reliability of his testimony with things he said.
The case has been adjourned to enable the defense team to put their house in order.
In Abuja, Dele Atumbi, NTA News.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Sokoto Zonal Office has arrested one suspected politician with a sum of 60 million naira cash, following intelligence report of his suspicious money laundering activities. The suspect, who is alleged to be a brother to Secretary to the Zamfara State Government, was arrested in Gusau, Zamfara State, by the operatives of the Commission. In a statement by the head of media and publicity of the Commission, Tony Orilade. Items recovered from him at the point of arrest include one black Toyota Land Cruiser Prado Jeep loaded with 4 bags of Ghana Must Go containing 1,000 naira notes of 15 million naira each, totaling 60 million naira. One single-barrel gun, one locally made revolver pistol, 25 rounds of cartridges and 12 rounds of 12.9 mm live ammunitions. He will be charged to court as soon as investigation is completed. Governor Seyi Makinde is inaugurated into office in Oyo State. Let's join Kemi in Ibadan. Over to you, Kemi.
Thank you, Lydia, and welcome to Ibadan. Obafemi Awolowo Stadium in Ibadan was agog as Seyi Makinde took oath of office as the new governor of Oyo State. Chief Judge of the state, Justice Munta Abimbola, presided over the inauguration ceremony. Funke Bidamito completes the report.
Governor Seyi Makinde there taking his oath of office along with his deputy at the historic Liberty Stadium, Ibadan. In his acceptance speech, the new governor promised to make the state a pace-setter in education as he promised to open the flyover leading to the state secretariat for public use. Other promises include donation of his entire salaries to offset teachers' pension scheme and abolishing of the 3,000 naira tuition in public schools. The inauguration was attended by thousands, including the Olubadan of Ibadan land and Alaafin of Oyo, along with other traditional rulers in the state. Born on the 25th of December 1967, Oluseyi Makinde is an engineer and expert in fluid and gas mastering. He contested for Oyo South senatorial seat twice and lost. On March 9, 2019, Seyi Makinde contested under the People's Democratic Party PDP and was elected governor of Oyo State. From Ibadan, Funke Bidamiton, NTA News.
Different orphanages and less privileged homes in Ibadan metropolis have been reassured by Governor Seyi Makinde of adequate attention in his administration. Larry Belay has details.
With a focus on getting homeless children off the street, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde joined in emphasizing the need for children to enjoy love in homes irrespective of their challenges.
Whatever money, we're going to appropriate for something like this, we will channel them through orphanages, and foundations that are already spending their own money, they're already raising their own money. So if we support them, we're likely to have better results.
Highlights of the event include presentation from the children and gifts in the spirit of the celebration. Earlier, these homes walked around some areas in the metropolis to enlighten the public on the need to join hands with them in taking care of these children with special needs.
My advice for the government is to see to the street kids. It's becoming unbearable for our environment, and that is why we take it up from there. We pick them from the street, we send them to school, we clothe them, we house them, with the hope that in future they will become someone to reckon with in our society.
Keep the street kids informed that there is an organization ready to take them off the street, shelter them, and send them to school.
In Ibadan, Larry Bilayi, NTA News.
The federal government has reiterated its commitment towards ensuring that no part of the country suffers any neglect owing to its geographical location or political affiliation. Minister of Health, Professor Isaac Adewale, gave this assurance during the inauguration and handover of the Ibadan Erosion Control Works. Correspondent Shola Wahid has the report.
The project is among the 19 federal government's ecological intervention projects approved by President Muhammadu Buhari to check flooding and erosion in some parts of the country. Minister of Health, Professor Isaac Adewale, emphasized that the federal government's execution of projects across the country demonstrates the sincerity of purpose of the present administration towards entrenching justice, equity, and fair play to everyone.
And the project is expected to beautify this environment, check the menace of flood and erosion within the community, and also make life habitable for our people. I have no doubt in my mind that federal government intervention will bring huge relief and happiness to all our people living in this area.
The federal government, especially President Muhammadu Buhari, wishes that all this country should be just like New York or anywhere.
The erosion control work was initiated by Senator Monsurat Smano and executed by the Ecological Fund Office to arrest the continuous erosion and flood menace encountered by the Ukiayo community and its environs in Ibadan. Shola Wahid, NTA News.
And that's it from Ibadan. It's back to you, Lydia.
Many thanks. Let's take our first commercial break. Nationwide returns shortly. Don't go away.
They are there at the crack of dawn. They are there busy preparing while we rise for our day. They are there silently, guarding, waiting, listening, and watching. They are there ready in the sky above and the waters below, in the blistering heat of the day, in the dead of night, willing, indefatigable, determined in the defense of the sovereignty of our country. They are our first line of defense and our last. They who have paid the ultimate price in defending us. They are fathers and uncles. They are mothers and sisters and girlfriends and boyfriends. They are brothers and cousins and best friends and neighbors. They are classmates, colleagues, and citizens of this nation. They are our defenders and deserve our respect, our prayers, our thoughts. Nigeria, please support our armed forces.
NTA Television College Jos announces admissions into 2-year diploma programs in film and television production, television engineering, and broadcast journalism. The sale of forms will commence on the 13th of May and run through 30th July 2019. Admission forms can be obtained from all marketing offices, NTA state capital stations, zonal centers, or at the office of the academic secretary, NTA Television College, Rayfield, Jos.
On payment of a non-refundable fee of 7,500 naira in bank draft in favor of NTA TV College. Applicants can also obtain the forms through the NTA TV College portal at www.ntatvc.edu.nj.
Applicants are required to possess 5 credits in GCE or SSCE in relevant areas of study in not more than 2 sittings, including English and mathematics. All properly completed forms attached with photocopies of credentials must be submitted on or before 30th July 2019. For further inquiries, please visit our website at ntatvc.com or call 0803 3144 383.
NTA TV College, training you to be the best you want to be.
One Football Confederation, 24 teams, 6 stadiums, 4 cities, 504 African stars, 1 trophy. The Africa Cup of Nations Egypt 2019 comes alive from June 21 with the showpiece final on July 19, 2019. Watch the 52 matches of the tournament live on Africa's biggest and largest television network, NTA, in partnership with Hotsports. Be part of the biggest soccer fiesta in the African continent as the Super Eagles go on a bold mission to clinch the prestigious title for the 4th time, to the excitement of millions of fans across the length and breadth of Nigeria. Nigeria's premier sports production and marketing group, Hotsports, partners with the biggest, the largest, and the #1 television network in Africa, the NTA, to give Nigerians a memorable viewing experience. Boost fan support for the Super Eagles to glory in Egypt. For inquiries, please contact Abubakar on 0803 331 0175 and Felix on 0803 308 2375. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
These days, people get their news and information from more media sources than ever before. Some of the news and information given are fake, unverified, doctored, and manufactured to create confusion, stir disaffection, and cause disunity. Before you believe or share any news, ask yourself, is this real? Is it from a credible source? Is it verified or verifiable? Fake news is dangerous. Whether you do it for fun or for political gains, real people can get hurt. Fake news, don't create it, don't spread it.
This is a public service announcement from NTA.
Thanks for staying. We still have more stories on the inauguration. The ceremony for the swearing-in of President Muhammadu Buhari for a second term in office was colorful in all ramifications. Let us join Adebola Brucelin Sunday, who witnessed all the razzmatazz at the Eagle Square, Abuja.
After the other, invited guests arrived the venue to witness the epoch-making event. One of the activities that attracted the audience was the color party by the Nigerian Armed Forces. The special guest, President Muhammadu Buhari, came into the arena in company of Guards Brigade's pipers before marching to the podium. Another significant activity was the lowering of the national and defense flags, signifying the end of an era, and hoisting of the flags to usher in the new administration. After taking oath of allegiance of office, the president received the 21 gun salutes.
In the service of our nation, we must sacrifice our own interests for the more important interest of the nation. That way, we are collective soldiers in the war against corruption.
Amidst cheers from the esteemed invited guests, President Buhari reviewed the guards of honor. President Buhari was elected as President, Federal Republic of Nigeria for a second term in the 2019 general elections. Adebola Brucelin Sunday, NTA News.
In Sokoto, Governor Tambuwal has been inaugurated for another term in office. Nura is in our Sokoto Network Center. Hello, Nura. Tell us about it.
Thank you, Lydia, and welcome to Sokoto. Governor Aminu Waziri Tambuwal says this constituency is the government and people of Sokoto State. Dalat Abdullahi reports that the governor made the remark after being sworn in for the second time in office as the governor of Sokoto State. The report.
Governor Aminu Waziri Tambuwal was administered the oath of office for his second tenure by the Sokoto State Chief Judge, Justice Muhammad Said Sifawa, shortly after his deputy, Manir Muhammad Daiya, was sworn in. While appreciating the courage of the people of the state, particularly the PDP family, for giving him the second opportunity to serve the state, Tambuwal stressed his mission to carry all along. He promised to justify the confidence and trust bestowed on him, saying despite the global economic recess during his first tenure, his administration had recorded significant successes in all sectors. The governor pledged to operate an open-door policy and remain politically willing to make Sokoto a better place for all, expressing concern on matters of security, healthcare, education, water supply, agriculture, and general infrastructure, among others.
Our administration has made modest efforts to address the ever-increased government expenditure profiles, especially in meeting up with its obligations to civil servants, whose salaries have now astronomically increased owing to the recent upward review from 18,000 to 30,000 minimum wage package. Government has set up a committee to fashion out modalities for the implementation of the new national minimum wage.
Highlight was the inspection of special guard mounted by the Nigerian police. In Sokoto, Dalat Abdullahi, NTA News.
Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudo of Kebbi State took the mantle of office with a pledge to address challenges of lack of capacity in social sector and almajiri problem in the state. Usman Abdullahi Shehu reports.
As the inauguration ceremony took place in most states in the country, including the federal capital, in Kebbi State, the program was conducted at Presidential Lodge Hall with the intention of a low-key ceremony. But with the large number of people turn out, the situation changed. The occasion was attended by former military administrators, former state governors and their deputies, royal fathers, political party leaders, and numerous sons and daughters of the state. Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, shortly after inauguration as the state governor for the second term in a row, expressed appreciation to all stakeholders that contribute to the success of the last administration, describing the modest of the success recorded as a testimony that a lot can be achieved under a politically united, indivisible state. He pledged to address the lack of capacity in the civil service and the lingering Almajiri challenge in the state. In Birnin Kebbi, Usman Abdullahi Shehu, NTA News.
And that's our contribution from Sokoto. Is back to Lydia in Abuja for more nationwide.
Many thanks, Nura. Moving on now. My renewed mandate is testimony of my achievements and an invitation to raise the bar of governance in Delta State. Governor Ifeanyi Okowa affirmed this while taking the oath of office for his second tenure in office. Ifeoma Okafor has details.
Okowa has again promised to keep faith with his dreams for a stronger Delta with courage, discipline, love and commitment imperative for growth, stability and sustainable development.
The state of the press in the country to commence universal health coverage with the establishment of the Delta State Community Health Commission in February 2016. The commission commenced healthcare services as the release on the 1st of January 2017.
The governor used the occasion to reel out his milestone of development in infrastructure, education, health, agriculture, human capital development, and security. To put the state on a pedestal of progress, he urged everybody to shed all political and ethnic cleavages, shun prejudices, and strengthen institutions that will foster peaceful coexistence in building a virile Delta. The governor later inspected the guard of honor mounted by the Nigerian police in Asaba. Ifeoma Okafor, NTA News.
And from Yola, Governor Ahmed Fintiri has restated his resolve to work tirelessly with a view to improving the socio-economic well-being of the people of the state. Yusuf Jika reports that the governor, in his inaugural speech, said tackling security challenges will be given top priority under his administration.
Mahmoud Ribadu Square, venue of the inauguration, was filled to capacity with dignitaries from all walks of life to witness the governorship inauguration in Adamawa State.
And I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct.
The oath of office was administered on the governor and his deputy by the Chief Judge of Adamawa State, Ishaya Banu. In his inaugural speech, Amadou Umaru Fintiri dwelled on improvement of security, first lift of critical infrastructure, youth and women empowerment, enhanced working capacity and welfare of civil servants, as well as lay solid foundation that will stand the test of time.
A change where security of lives and property of its citizens will not be negotiated or compromised.
He therefore urged the people of the state to rally around government, think progress, development, and put the state first in the quest of making the state work again. In Yola, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
Now to other matters. In the spirit of Ramadan and love and for humanity, the Al-Habibiyya Muslim Society has organized its 2019 Iftar, a dinner for the needy and less privileged members of the society. Doin Dia reports that the Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority, Yakubu Ibn Mohammed, United States Ambassador to Nigeria, Stuart Symington, and the Catholic Archbishop John Cardinal Onayekon were amongst the eminent personalities who presented the food items.
Iftar, that is taking care of your neighbors, being your neighbor's keeper, sharing. That is one of the lessons of Ramadan.
I kept going around the world
boasting that my country can show the rest of the world that Christians and Muslims can live together in peace. And I think we should congratulate ourselves.
This is cause for Thanksgiving. Nigerians taking care of Nigerians. Congratulations to all of you. And may all other Nigerians everywhere be inspired by this today.
When you feel the pains of others, you understand their needs, you understand their challenges, and naturally, it will just come out from you if you are actually serving God.
To love ourselves. They are all from Adam.
May Allah too, may He join us together. Make fight no come Nigeria again. Make us be one.
The Ramadan feeding program, which started in 2005, was initiated to promote the spirit of oneness and peaceful coexistence amongst Nigerians, regardless of religion or ethnic differences. Time for a second break. Don't go away.
One Football Confederation, 24 teams, 6 stadiums, 4 cities, 504 African stars, 1 trophy. The Africa Cup of Nations, Egypt 2019 comes alive from June 21 with the showpiece final on July 19, 2019. Watch the 52 matches of the tournament live on Africa's biggest and largest television network, NTA, in partnership with Hot Sports. Be part of the biggest soccer fiesta in the African continent as the Super Eagles go on a bold mission to clinch the prestigious title for the 4th time, to the excitement of millions of fans across the length and breadth of Nigeria. For inquiries, please contact Abubakar on 0803-331-0175 and Felix on 0803-308-2375. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
The Nigerian national flag is a sacred national symbol. It is a mark of patriotism and a show of love for our nation to fly the national flag correctly, in the right colors, right dimension, and in the right sizes for each occasion. In recent times, it has been noticed that government offices, corporate organizations, banks, embassies, and other notable institutions fly faded, shredded, and haggard-looking versions of the national flag. This is wrong and must stop. It has also been noticed that some citizens prefer to popularize the national flag of other nations. Fellow countrymen and women, let us be patriotic. Come, let us show love for our motherland. Fly the correct versions of our national flag in all relevant places. Be patriotic. Be proud ambassadors of our great country.
This message is from the National Orientation Agency.
You can follow us on all our social media platforms: Facebook at NTA Network News, Instagram at NTA Network, Twitter at NTA News Now, YouTube at NTA News Online. Or visit www.nta.ng. For live streaming, visit www.nta.ng/live. Now, you can stay updated on the go, be it on your TV, iPhone, laptop, or iPad, or download the NTA mobile application from your Play Store or App Store. NTA, you can beat the rich.
Get the latest news and updates from across Nigeria on NTA Nationwide. NTA Nationwide, weekdays by 4 p.m. Get it first. Get it fresh.
You're still on to Nationwide. Our next report from Lafia says new Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule says the impact of his administration to start manifesting immediately to promote the well-being of the people and consolidate on economic development, harnessing the rich resources of the state. Addressing the people on sectoral priorities, Governor Sule promises maximum attention on attracting private sector for partnership that will work to take Nasarawa State to the next level. He says actualization of the vision for the state under the new administration is contingent on good governance and close working relationship by the arms of government. The Nasarawa State Governor appreciates the hard work and commitment of founding fathers, saying the people should contribute their quota to ensure government succeeds. Sports is next. The first 4 years of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration recorded some achievements in sports, as Sports Federation held elections for the first time. The administration started by fulfilling promises to the past, as Amazi Marcos narrates in this special report.
President Muhammadu Buhari's 4 years in relation to sports started with correcting mistakes of the past by redeeming pledges earlier made to athletes to further buttress the role of sports in the unity of Nigeria and job creation and the importance of rewarding our heroes past.
Almighty Allah has, in His infinite mercies and love, kept me alive to this day and granted me the privilege of being able to fulfill my promise in 1985 to reward the winners of the maiden edition of the FIFA Under-17 World Championship.
Coach Emmanuel Amunike and his players, who won a record 5th FIFA Under-17 World Cup in 2015, were equally rewarded alongside the national women's football team, the Super Falcons, for winning a record 8th Women AFCON title in 2016, with the WAFO B title won in 2019 in Cote d'Ivoire. In basketball, Nigeria's national women's team, the Tigresses, won their 3rd Afrobasket title by beating Senegal 65-48 points in 2017 in Bamako, Mali, while their male counterparts, the Tigers,